nutrition is super important. You wouldn't necessarily know that because you watch our videos and we're always drinking alcohol, but that's because that's our non-negotiable. You know what I mean? Something that helps. Greens. Got to check out Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens continues to obsessively improve this one holistic formula based on the latest research, producing 53 iterations over the last decade, and go above and beyond in third-party testing to ensure their customers continue to receive the highest quality and best daily nutritional habit on the planet.
On the planet.
It's lifestyle friendly, whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, or gluten-free, and contains less than 1 gram of sugar without compromising on taste.
Simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps and join health experts, athletes, and health-conscious go-getters around the world who make a daily commitment to their health every day.
And right now, they're offering our audience free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. So again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps and get your free year supply of vitamin D and those 5 free travel packs today. We're talking jewelry again because we love it so much, even though we don't really wear it. I think we love the idea of purchasing it.
I do love the idea. I like having certain statement pieces. It's like my go-to. I buy like lots of like sort of costume jewelry, but Orate has such good everyday jewelry. Some of my favorite earrings actually are they look like little chain links, and they're just super simple.
Orate was founded on the desire to shake up the jewelry market by offering modern women beautiful designs, amazing quality at affordable prices, and ethically sourced pieces that they can wear every day and never take them off.
And I'll tell you, I haven't.
And because Orate sells direct to you without the middleman markup, they can offer the same quality as traditional Fifth Avenue brands at a fraction of the cost. All right, for 15% off your first Orate purchase, go to oratenewyork.com/reps and use promo code REPS. That's AURATE newyork.com/reps.
Again, for 15% off your first Orate purchase, go to oratenewyork.com/reps and use promo code REPS. Hey guys, welcome to Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna. We have a guest today. You've already met April before because we had her on, but we're having her on again.
Yep.
She's a good friend of ours and also does some really cool shit.
Thank you guys. So much cool stuff.
So much.
So today we are talking, well, we are not. I mean, we are, but April at Pacific Coast Aesthetics, they have some new equipment that is pretty amazing. And we feel like there's got to be some of you that would love to hear this information.
Absolutely. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to assume that there are a bunch of you would want to hear it.
I know some people
but we're going to talk about it anyways because we think it's really awesome. And part of our job is to, when we find cool stuff, share it with you. So, April, take it away.
Take it away. What do you got going?
All right.
So last time,
what do you got going?
So again,
You gotta hold it up.
You got to hold the mic so
Sorry.
close
I know
to
it's
your
okay.
mouth.
It's okay.
Oh,
We'll
this is so
remind you.
weird. Okay.
We'll remind you.
I sound very loud in my head.
No.
Hi guys.
That's how I feel every day. I just try to quiet the voices.
Awesome. So we now have finally some body contouring going on because at our place, normally we focus on skin. We have the Cyton laser and that's our big thing and kind of a holistic approach to anti-aging, but especially this past year, a lot of us have been affected by not being able to work out like normal and putting on the COVID-19 pounds. And
It's like instead of the freshman 15,
Right?
it's like the COVID 20.
the first time I heard that from somebody,
Yeah.
I kind of I giggled.
I
'cause had a
wanted
mask.
the ham.
Your ham?
I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just like the
If you guys aren't watching this, Gina just slowly grabbed this blanket from behind me.
Well, we've talked about it before. It's the ham. Okay, sorry. So go ahead.
No worries.
So the
beef,
Cyton, when you said the Cyton, that just to remind people that's the halo, right?
Yes, so that's our big laser.
Which is
So
what
it
we had
does-
talked about before.
Yep, BBL,
Yes.
halo, all kinds of skin treatments.
Right.
But people have been bugging me for years, what are you going to do for the body? What are you going to do for the body? And honestly, to me, there was nothing that was high quality that's out there. Cool Sculpting, kind of broke the ice on this. No pun intended.
Can't hear
Nope.
you.
Mm-hmm. It's
No
okay.
pun intended.
Yeah.
But
Broke the ice.
yeah,
But,
I did. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that.
So good.
I just find there was a lot lacking and a lot of side effects, things like that. Then there were
will you
other
talk a
points.
little bit
Yeah, talk
about
a-
cool sculpting?
Because
Sure.
We were trying to like research
we were
it.
like, what can we do?
Right.
And the cool sculpting, what's interesting too, is that it'll say, you'll get I can't remember what the actual percentage is, but it was like, you'll get a 15% difference. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like you can't even tell a 15% difference or whatever it is.
Right. So it depends on how much you have to lose, you know,
Okay.
for sure. And cool sculpting focuses only on fat. Now, I know as women, we're always focused on these sorts of things, but what I appreciate about you guys and our crowd here in Santa Cruz and Monterey Bay area is that there's a lot of fitness people. So it's not just fat, but my other important thing was how do we improve muscle tone? So cool sculpting only does the fat part. And by freezing, yes, the fat is gone permanently, but their devices or their hand pieces, they're kind of bulky and they don't fit every body type. And you take every single person, we're all different.
So is that kind of thing where like we talked about it, it's just a piece of equipment and you just stick it on.
Yes. And so you're putting it on parts, but we each have fat differently and, you know, in different
Yes,
places.
absolutely.
And so you really need to like dial in because it only burns or freezes the area that device is on. And if it's too large, now you're going to be melting fat or freezing fat that you really may need. You may get what they call a shark bite. So instead of like a nice let's say you're doing your obliques or, you know, a little muffin top, instead of this, you get like this and it looks crazy.
Yeah.
And so the thinner you are, the higher chance of that. This is no bueno. You would actually rather have a little fat there because it looks very natural.
All right.
So that is an issue. There's also pain, the discomfort, not just with a procedure, but I've seen a lot of patients and people and friends complain like weeks and weeks and weeks of pain. I knew a woman once, she had a baby. She was quite fit, but she had that little pooch here. She just worked out like crazy. That's not going anywhere. So she had cool sculpting done. She had so much pain, she couldn't hold her baby here.
Oh, wow.
This is a problem for a new mom, you know? So there were so many issues and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going there because number one is safety for us. And I want our treatments to work, but like with the Cyton, I can adjust the settings and it's my experience, you know, this is a machine. I can't really do much more, you know? So I'm kind of like, I don't want to go there. Then there's been a couple other heating ones and they're good, but not quite great. Then we looked at, and then that's as far as fat burning goes. Now muscle stimulation, I think.
Do you want me to fix those?
I think I got it now. They were just
no, fix her hair.
Let me do it.
My
Yeah,
hair
hold
crazy.
on. No, it's not
we
crazy.
Had a discussion about
No,
this.
it's not crazy. It's just, you know,
I have headphone hair.
we're videoing and we're fixing the headphones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was telling Colby earlier, I was like, Colby, you need to let us know when our hair's messed up.
Colby.
He's like, it's not part of my job description, Jeanna.
He's like, I'm sorry, but it always does. So it's hard for me to decipher when it's messed
I'm
up
not
or
sure
not.
how you want it to look.
The thing's sliding off. And all right.
Okay.
Thank you, Brooke.
Yeah.
So, you know, so it's been this journey. And then M-Sculpt came along, and that is more muscle toning. But because of the intensity of it, you're metabolizing fat. And I tried it out, and we were this close to getting it. And it's a good device, and all the movie stars are doing it. And, you know, it's a big thing now. But the device is quite large. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to treat here. It's not going to treat quads.
When you say here, you mean obliques. Just for those that are just listening.
Obliques.
Yeah.
Or calves, arms, that sort of thing. And they do have smaller pieces, but, or even the butt. Our butt is round. So how are you going to get that whole muscle with one big piece? So tried it out and I felt a difference. Like you have to do 4 to 6 treatments.
This is the M-Sculpt.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm like, ooh, I feel some change, you know, but again, everyone's shaped differently. And then our last, you know, we were just kind of holding off, and Sculpt came out with a new one, Sculpt Neo. This one burns fat as well as does this at the same time. And my business partner, he went, he had it done, and he got to such a high level, and he works out, but he's not like you. And I was kind of like, wow, he could tolerate that much. Then where do you go from there? You know, how do you push people? So we were just kind of like, well, and then, you know, our last one to check out was the TruSculpt, and sometimes last is the best. Mm-hmm. So we checked it out, and TruSculpt's been around actually for a while, and their older devices are okay, but the new one, the new generation, the latest one that came out, I think like a year or two ago, these are smaller hand pieces. Now you're talking, because you think about your muscles, your rectus abdominis. So each piece is like this. So boom, 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 boom. I can target your obliques. I can target everything. And that's what's amazing. Your butt, I can put 4 pieces on your butt. So I can stimulate your whole gluteus system there, and your calves, your biceps, your triceps, you know, all these smaller muscle groups. And that was super exciting. And then on the fat burning side, so there's 2 parts to TruSculpt. TruSculpt Flex, that's the muscle toning, stimulating, and growth. Just by doing that, you guys have experienced this.
Yes.
It will make you sweat. This is a intense workout.
And cry.
Yep. And cry a little bit.
You know,
and your toes.
And your
look
toes
like you're
curl,
having an
your
orgasm
legs move,
or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's intense, and you're sweating, and it's a 45-minute workout, and you have to do a couple. And each time we're getting you higher and higher and higher. So we've got that going on. Obviously, with that intensity, you are burning fat. So when you look at an ultrasound of somebody's, let's take your belly, you've got fat like this, muscle underneath. And then 12 weeks later, and not even that, because I and my staff all saw changes within 2 weeks. Like, it was crazy. The fat amount drops like this, and the muscle amount grows. And that's what you see, clinical proof on ultrasound. And that's across the board. But then if you have a little bit of extra on top of that, we do the TruSculpt ID, which is the fat burning one. And so instead of putting a big thing on somebody, these squares are about this big, so you can put them exactly
when you
where
say
somebody
this big, they're like
maybe like that.
a couple inches square.
I'd probably say, you
like
know,
a 3-inch square,
3 by 3 maybe. And so you can put those in the pockets of fat. So for me, when I was evaluated, basically I realized, oh, I actually don't have fat in my upper abs. It was all here and my obliques. So put one here, one here, one here, one here. And I've got these stubborn pockets of fat on the inside of my knees. And even when I was younger, super athlete, no body fat.
And just to remind, if we have people listening, like you didn't hear the last episode with April, April is an athlete. She plays hockey. She rode crew. She is an athlete. She works out all the time, and that's how she's grown up and outdoors and everything. So this is not like, you know,
like I don't want to have to work hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
right.
for some people, that's why they would want to do it.
And that's fine.
But for other people, just like she said, it's like genetics are genetics. Your body is the way it is. We get older, and you end up having problem areas where no matter how much you're working out or dieting or training, you're still entitled to feel the way you want to feel and have the results that you want to have, and fit in your clothes the way you want to fit in your clothes, and
especially when you work so hard,
and get rid of little areas that, like, no matter what you do, you can't target the fat on the inside of your knee.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank you. Yes.
Right. Sorry. So yeah,
I just wanted to clarify, because you know, just so that, you know,
it doesn't want to sound like we're just like, and also it doesn't want to,
hey,
you don't
guys,
want to sound like
I
we're
went
promoting.
to the CrossFit Games, but now
I don't work out. I just do TruSculpt.
I don't want to work out anymore.
This is along with being like working on your fitness.
So this is a big
if you want to, yes,
because I'm actually working on it. This has taken off so crazy. Like I did not that I didn't expect it. We bought it. It's a very expensive device, but again, we did our research. because we wanted something that provided value to people.
Right. You don't want to just peddle nonsense.
And we want
False
happy
dreams.
patients.
Yeah, false dreams that are
Exactly.
false dreams that are so expensive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So expensive.
We don't want unhappy people.
Right.
And so again, we tried it all out on ourselves, but I'm in the works of creating a contract so that when you come in and you do these things, you will sign a contract saying, I am dedicated to a healthy lifestyle. Now, there's people that, again, work out like you guys. And then there's people that haven't really done much, but are starting. And this is a jump start. They have a little bit of extra money. I have somebody that is very special to me, and she's just had a hard time. She has a very busy business, thank goodness, but is, constantly devoted to her business, gained a ton of weight. And now because she's done this, she is literally exercising more, because she knows. I said, you cannot do this and then go home and eat McDonald's. This is not for those people. Please don't come. This is for the folks that are literally going to be continuing to work out hard. Again, I got hit with the COVID stuff. Hockey got taken away from me. Like all my things got taken away from me. And my little home gym sucks, basically. Right. So, and
like a lot of home gyms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, I was grateful enough because of our laser, we were able to keep working a little bit, during COVID and all that. But I woke up in like October on my birthday and I'm like, this is unacceptable. I bent over to like tie my shoes. I'm like, what is this? I had a 6-pack 6 years ago and I'm 47 years old. But you know what? You never stop. It doesn't, I don't use age as an excuse, but boy, it'll pile on.
Yeah, but
40s.
No, it will. I use it as an excuse all the time.
No,
all the time.
No. I was in the bathroom with Jeanna not that long ago, and I'm bending over, and I can't remember what I was doing. I started laughing to myself, and she goes, "What?" And I was like, I'm bending over, and I have these rolls coming out from the top of my my leggings and my top. And my belly button looks really weird. She goes, well, get used to that because that's 50.
Yeah, because you don't even have to bend over. You just look down and you're like, wow, my belly button looks weird. Right. Never looked like that before.
Right.
What happened to that?
Yeah. Every decade brings
31
something new.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, see, 30s, 40s,
Yep.
50s.
Yep.
But this is, again, to help us feel our best. And so that to me was unacceptable. So I started training and I worked out with a trainer and I trained hard and I started to feel stronger and get my body back a little bit. And, I'm of the mindset, I don't step on the scale every day. And even though like my clothes fit better, I stepped on the scale one day. I'm like, wow, I didn't even lose a pound, but it didn't matter because my clothes fit better.
Right.
I feel better. But then this area, oh my gosh, and so we get this device.
You said this area, stomach.
Sorry.
Yes. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's both. Yeah.
Muffin top.
Yeah.
Muffin top.
Yeah.
Which in fact
lower area.
are delicious.
Right.
They are delicious.
Every
lower
time
parts,
time mine like kind of,
Oh, you have a muffin top?
No, I have some rolls sometimes that spill
It's
over
called
my pants.
Skin. Yes. 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 You have some skin that comes over. Oh my God.
No, first, okay, I'm entitled to talk about it.
Okay. Okay. I won't shame you.
And now I've lost my train. Okay.
I know. Your
every time
I'll help you. It was your muffin top.
Every time I have it, I think about it. I have to like make it a positive in my mind, or I spiral. So I'm like, well, they are quite delicious.
They are the best part. They are the best part of the muffin.
Oh my God.
Just like to eat the tops.
Let's open a bakery called Muffin Top.
Oh my God.
And
What a great idea.
And just sell the muffin tops.
Yes.
I feel it sounds very wasteful.
Well, we could make
We'll
something.
donate
with
the bottoms to the homeless or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Win-win.
And we'll make it like gluten-free or something.
We'll
Nah.
call it.
All right, fine.
Just kidding.
We'll call it muffin. We'll call it muffin tops.
Yeah.
And that'll be our thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then with the bottoms, we could do like just butts.
Just butts.
Just
Or
make them in the
something else,
little round.
like nothing but the butt. And people can either choose the top or the bottom.
Okay, this is sounding. I'm like, this is just another business venture, like with the goats and everything. Brooke, there's no time to put all of your ideas into, you know, to make them come true.
Many ideas.
So many ideas. She's an idea girl.
Many of them aren't that great.
It's okay.
A lot of them are.
A lot of them are. But you know what? I don't have time or money.
And you need to actually stop telling everybody because somebody's going to steal it.
Dude, if one of you opens a place called Muffin Top,
watch out.
I mean, I wish you
butt. We're coming for you.
Just butt.
Yeah.
Just butt.
It's like a BTR mafia. Hey. Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
We know where you got that idea.
I'm not a big jewelry wearer, but when I find jewelry that is, I don't know, it's just like classic jewelry.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me, I want to buy it.
Dude, I am not. I wish I were more of a jewelry wearer.
I mean, I think we'd both look better if we actually did something to ourselves.
I buy jewelry.
Where jewelry would come in.
Yes.
Well, no, I buy it also and it just sits there. But
yes.
I found Louisa, great jewelry. They have great layering necklaces.
If you guys are looking for a great gift for friends, family, Louisa has tons of different options.
People you don't know.
People, seriously, if you have that kind of money, I hope I run into you on the street.
You don't even need that much money because it's so affordable.
Yes. They have tons of different options, statement pieces. We love like more of a classic look. That's what I really like about it. I love gold. I love the chains, small details of something sparkly, earrings, bracelets, and they stack super well. And I'm into stacking.
I'm into layering.
You've got to check it out. Fair prices. They are in limited batches. Their shipping is excellent. And as a bonus for international customers, customs taxes are included.
Boom.
Make sure you guys go and check them out on Instagram, follow them, subscribe to their newsletter. That way you'll never miss out on any of their new stuff coming out.
So go treat yourself and go to analuisa.com/reps. Get something for your loved ones. Unique gifts. They're awesome. Use our code REPS to get 10% off. We absolutely recommend them. They're a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry. So go check out analuisa.com/reps. That's analuisa.com/reps.
And in case you couldn't understand Jeanna, that's analuisa.com/reps.
Is that not what I said?
It is.
Okay, thanks. All right, sorry, April. Go ahead.
That's okay.
So you're like, I don't remember where I left
like
off.
Burning off muffin tops. Okay,
Yes.
retrace all that.
So you had the muffin top.
Yeah, so that happened. So we're like, okay, we're in. We buy this device because to me, it was the most efficacious. And we, my business partner tried it out.
I know what efficacious means, but
okay,
Brooke doesn't.
Okay, Daniel.
It works the best out of everything.
Oh, okay.
Efficient.
Okay.
It's another way of saying efficient.
Okay. I'm just not that smart. Okay.
No,
that's what Daniel does all the time.
He does it all the time.
It's like you're describing something and he goes,
because
let's
he
say,
doesn't know.
Let's say Colby's describing surfing to Jeanna, right?
Yeah.
Or no, to Daniel, to a group of us. And he'll be sitting there and Colby will be like, when you're coming down the face, and Daniel will be like, I understand what you're saying, but Jeanna does not understand what you're saying.
It's because he doesn't know.
It's because he doesn't know what you're saying.
No, it's actually
Smart.
brilliant.
That is
actually
very
brilliant.
smart.
It is.
All right,
So
Daniel.
it was me that did not know what efficacious meant. Okay. So the most efficient.
But most efficient and it works the best. So, we jumped in and no one up until that point had ever gotten to 100% with the muscle stimulation one. Some MMA fighter at their corporate office got to like 85% on his abs. I mean, it's intense.
Dude,
and he's
I know.
sweating it
I got
out.
to what, 41?
No, more than that.
45?
45? Well, what did you get to the
brutal.
last time?
41. And then I think 41 the first time.
You're probably in your 50s now. Princess is mean. She gets
No,
you up
she's
there.
Princess is her gal that does
I
it.
have a
I told her, I said,
I
I
don't
think
like
you're
to-
a sadist.
No.
She's a sadist a little bit.
She knows. She
Yeah.
knows. She knows
But no,
what
I
you can
think
take though.
I did my second one and I think it was 45.
Okay.
Dude, I just remember one time.
I can't even imagine what was it, 81?
85.
85.
So my trainer, but he didn't do his core. So we have to do like a study,
Okay.
because I want to see what guys can tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
So my two like true case studies were Brooke and my trainer, Joe. They're both super fit, quite lean. And I wanted to see how muscle mass affects you, because sometimes, maybe you can't tolerate as high because you have so much muscle that we're stimulating. And that was kind of my thought. And there's
like it might be worse the more muscle you have because you're yes, that makes sense.
Because if you have a little fatty layer there, okay. And so it's been a really interesting journey to see how everyone's tolerating things. And again, the number at the end doesn't matter. You have to hit 35% for it to work. Absolutely everyone has
You're
hit
in the
that.
clear. You're in the green.
Yes.
Okay. Whew.
And again, each time you're going to go, you're on number 3.
Yeah, she starts
I will
3.
I will do number 3. So I'm doing my midsection, my what do you call
core
it?
and
My
a core.
Yeah. But I did the fat one, the fat melting or whatever, the ID.
The ID, yep.
I did the ID and then the flex, and then I did the second flex. So I still have 2 more.
Yes.
And it is
You're working.
It's a little gnarly.
And your next experience will be different because now we're switching things up. So what's really cool is that, with the ID, it's in general a one-time treatment. It irreversibly damages your fat. So then the fat cells just start to die and your lymphatic system drains it. So that's why we have you massage. So we have you do a lymphatic drainage, a couple times a day for about a week or so to help speed up this process.
You've been massaging?
I forgot today.
Oh,
Do a
man.
little massage.
Okay,
I'll do
it
it now
while
while we're talking.
Let's do it while we're talking.
In case you're wondering.
I know. I was
she's
asking
doing.
April. I said, "So wait, where does it go then? Do you just pee it out?" She goes, "Actually, yes.
Yeah, it just
You pee.
your
I'm peeing out
lymphatics
my
just
fat."
drain.
I go, "Is it going to be a different color?"
No, my
said no.
question, because I didn't do the fat one, was the muscle. I asked her, I was like, so has anyone had any trouble with rhabdo?
Yeah, great question.
Because I thought to myself, I was like, I understand what's happening, what it's doing. And those of you to get an idea of what this might feel like.
Well, first of all, tell them what you did because you didn't do your stomach.
No, I did my
You did
butt.
your butt.
And, I did my
And
quads.
Quads.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need
At
more
the same
muscle
time.
on my stomach.
Okay.
No, I don't have a waist. I don't have a waist.
We both look at her like,
I don't have a waist. And for me, I wanted to see if this would work on my on my glutes because
genetically
it's
there's not
strong. No, yeah, genetically we don't have butts in my family. Like I have the most butt out of anyone in my family.
Anybody else looking at you would be like, "No, you have a butt."
You have a butt.
You wanted more of a butt.
I wanted more of a butt, and you know what? I wanted to cheat, so I did. And I hope it works.
It's already working.
Yeah, it's already
thing
working.
Is, too, you are working as hard as possible. I've seen your videos.
No, that's the thing.
It's like, what else can
if
she
they're
do?
already at this like elite athlete level and
But
it's not doing anything, then this is a great option.
And you know what?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people would be, many of you who are listening who are, I don't know, incredible trainers or have ideas or whatever, might have great ideas of what I could do. And the truth is,
You've probably done all of them.
I want to keep doing what I'm doing, but I want the results that I want.
Right.
So I was willing to try this and also be a guinea pig. So I did my butt and I did my quads. I've never had really big quads. I have strong legs, but I know a couple of the girls at your office did hamstrings and my hamstrings are big. I've always had big hammies.
You have huge. Yeah, so does your mom.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've
both
always
have
had
big
really
hammies.
And that's
I have
one
no hammies.
That's one theory that I have with why my glutes haven't like grown more with like squatting and deadlifting and everything and lunging.
Well, I think people need to know that like when you're comparing yourself to other athletes.
Yes, I'm just saying like
Not normal people.
Yes, but I'm saying for me, I have thought about because sometimes if you're really strong, certain areas will overpower other areas.
Right.
And for me, even with like injury or things like that, sometimes you can't even really, with my coaches, people I've worked with, like they can't, because I'm so mobile or because I move so well, even when I've had little tweaks or like dealing with little things here and there, they've said they wouldn't even been able to notice it by watching me like an imbalance or anything because I move so well. So sometimes I'm hurting somewhere or I feel something somewhere, but you can't see it because of how mobile I am or other things that, click on or work or other muscles that engage to help you still perform whatever exercise I'm performing. You can't see it. And so I have, a theory of with like my hammies, they're super powerful and they do a lot of work, and I engage them in a lot of the exercises that people would do to grow their glutes in functional fitness. I don't solely do conventional training, bodybuilding, where you kind of nitpick
Isolate.
areas. Yeah. And in one way, this is just another form of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
It's very isolated.
that's muscle for show, not muscle for go.
Right. And so that's what this was designed for, is functional fitness, because it will build and tone muscle to a level that you actually can't do at a gym. So like in the core area, the equivalent is 54,000 sit-ups or crunches in 45 minutes. We just can't do that. And right? You
felt
just
like
can't
that.
do that.
Which is why my question was, am I going to get rhabdo? And she goes, no.
And that's a great question, because that was my question before we bought this, because I worked in the ER and I've seen rhabdo a couple times in athletes and Spartan racers and, because it's real. And so the way the technology is and the way they've designed the system, it's MDS, multi-directional forces, that then gives you a little break. And then, some of us have our favorites. Like you're like, oh, I kind of like this. And then the next round you're like, oh, okay, when is this one over? And then
I think Brooke has a video of me. I was like,
I do.
Well, I walked in the room and you were giving birth.
no,
That
I
was
said,
funny.
is the head crowning?
Yes.
Yeah.
I walked,
Am I crowning?
Am I crowning? Oh my God.
but yeah,
I was having back labor.
what it's
Seriously.
doing is changing up, because as you know, if you do the same workout every day, what's going to happen? You plateau, you're not going to build, you're static. And so if you're paying a trainer or whatnot, what do? They kick your butt every single time doing some other crazy thing, because you have to confuse muscles. So this is muscle confusion. That's why you have all those cycles. And no other system does that. And they've tested the amount of time, that you need. And if you don't work out at all, you need to do 6 of these treatments. If you do work out, it's 4.
Well, and it makes sense because another way to explain basically why you need muscle confusion, or it's not necessarily muscle confusion, but we adapt.
Right.
And once you've adapted to that intensity,
Right.
and those movements at that intensity, the only way to have an adaptation is it has to be fatigued more. And people who are more advanced or are stronger, like, okay, I'll take myself. If I wanted to put pounds on my like 1 rep max or my personal best for like a squat,
Right.
it takes longer. It's that force that I can apply to a point at which I'm going to toe the line of being overtrained and not get injured. But now I need that for longer, for months. It's not something you can do. It's why someone who's brand new, who comes to the gym, they're a beginner, they're being introduced into training, weight training, they adapt so fast that they get stronger, like,
Right. They're making gains faster. Right.
Gains. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always, it's like it's a joke in the gym of like, oh, beginner gains,
Yeah.
and that's kind of why, you just, with this machine, you are able to apply the intensity, more intensity, and really shorten that amount of time.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it's like really into like 4 sessions.
Yep. Yeah. Less than 2 weeks, basically.
4 sessions.
Basically 2. Yeah. You don't want to do them closer than 2 days apart. You don't want to extend them longer than a week, because you want this to build. And, a good example is, my trainer, Joe, he's got some pretty good arms. And I said, well, what do you want to do? Quads and arms. And he said, I cannot get my arms sore anymore. I'm doing all kinds of things. So I said, okay, let's go. Strapped him up. And I think it was after his second session, I went in for my workout, And he goes, I was trying to shampoo my hair and you're not supposed to get that sore with this because it dumps the lactic acid. It's different than a workout. That's why it can be so intense. But he went to go wash his hair and he's like, oh, my biceps. Oh, and I think in the arms, they're such small muscles compared to the rest of our body that it worked and it worked fast. And he's getting compliments now. He went to pick up some food and some girl was like, look, I know you have a girlfriend and whatnot. And I'm just making a comment. Your physique, like, it was really funny. And I'm like, all right, that's great.
Like, I know you have a girlfriend, but your arms look great.
Amazing. Yes.
Ladies, come on.
Come on.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Then people will ask, well, how often do you have to do this? So the fat burning, the fat is permanently gone. So what happens if you gain a bunch of weight? It will go somewhere else. It's like liposuction. When that fat is gone,
great. It's all of a sudden going to be, I'm just going to have like a hunchback.
You're going to have huge,
like a fat back.
Shoulder.
That's awesome. Just like a dorsal fin.
Yeah. Why did you get the fat there? Oh, she burned it everywhere else.
Right.
That's like, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, just like fat ankles.
Because we're not allowed to do the chest or the back because of your heart. So you'll grow like a thing.
Yeah, perfect.
Get bigger. I don't know.
Maybe my neck will get more gobblery. It'll just be like
gobblery.
Yeah. I'll just have like a bullfrog.
That right there, just knowing that should explain that this is for who this is for. Like who it's
right.
Who will have the best,
right.
Who will be the happiest with their results.
Yes.
Really, it's like who will be the happiest longer.
Right.
It's
the people that are already living the lifestyle of health, fitness, training regularly. And
exactly.
Well, and like for me, I'm not doing anything differently. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, everybody knows that listens to this knows I drink too much. And yes, I could cut back, but nah. So nah.
But you go to the gym.
But I do, and that's the thing. I eat pretty well, and I work out.
You eat really well.
I eat really well.
I eat pretty well. You eat really well.
I eat well, and I work out hard, and well, not that hard, but like a lot.
Jeanna, you work out hard.
But I'm just saying,
but you know what I'm saying.
But what I
it's like you being like, oh, your muffin top, oh, your skin.
I know.
She's like, I eat pretty well. I mean, I eat okay.
No, I do.
You eat really well.
No, I do. But for me, hitting 50 was, and I remember people telling me all the time, oh, wait till you go through menopause, you just get the pooch and you get this and that. And I was like, fuck that. Not me. And then I went through menopause and then I hit 50 and then I got the pooch and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
What did you say?
What
did you say?
When?
All right, you talk to me when your pussy sits on your leg.
Oh my God, I was there for that. That was amazing. I said, excuse me, what did you say?
Your pussy? You
Is
mean
that
like
possible?
I did. No, I just meant
your FUPA?
I just meant like if I sit down to pee now, like it used to be, it wasn't my pussy. Okay, everyone's like, Jesus, what does that look like? It's on your leg. It's on the top of your leg. It's actually right where it should be. But
it's actually exactly where it should be.
It's exactly where it should be. But it's like all of a sudden I'd like, you sit on the toilet to pee and I'm like, why is there like skin touching my leg like right above my hoo-ha? So yeah, like a FUPA.
Yeah.
Like I never had that.
Actually wrote that. So we have our body contouring.
For those who don't know what a FUPA is, it's fat upper pussy.
I didn't know until recently.
Oh.
I'm
fat
47.
upper pussy area.
I don't know. And
the FUPA.
Somebody actually wrote it on their intake form today.
Nuh-uh.
And it was amazing because I heard the girls laughing and they're like, she's awesome. She's going to be the best patient.
Get rid of my FUPA.
Because, we ask, are you interested in toning any muscles, growing muscle, or burning fat in certain areas?
Yeah.
And she said her FUPA.
Yeah.
And then I hear all this laughing. I'm like, oh boy, what am I going to walk into? And they're like, this lady's awesome. And it was so funny because she said that
I got the FUPA.
To deal with that.
Yeah. So I all of a sudden had a FUPA at 50 and I was like, what the fuck? So then, now I've done the fat burning and hopefully.
No, you said you already noticed it.
Well, no, I've already noticed it a little bit, There's
And
less
this is
sitting on my leg
crazy
now.
because they always say do the before and afters 12 weeks apart.
Right.
And you said, okay, so explain to them how long, like across how long you'd see results.
Right. So again, with the fat burning one, you do your treatment. And again, if you look at the brochures and even for us, the instructions are you don't do post photos until 12 weeks. That's your peak. So I'm like, great. I'm not even going to look at myself. Within a couple weeks, I'm like, wait, and I hadn't even done the muscle one yet. And then I started the muscle one and I'm like, I just put some pants on that fit way more comfortably than they ever did.
Right.
And I am looking in the mirror and I'm like, hey guys. And one of my gals, she's 47 also, she said her husband commented, she was walking around in a sports bra and shorts, was like, dang, look at your abs. She looks skinny in clothes, but she had a baby, I think in her 40s, and had that just extra
little
pooch.
pussy on her leg.
Little pussy on her leg.
Pussy on her leg.
She's got a little pussy on her leg.
Just a little extra, little friend hanging out. And yeah, I said, wait a minute, but you're only like 2-3 weeks out. And, so am I. And so we started noticing these results, and I don't want to get patients that excited,
right?
But like this was happening to everybody in our office. And then we were doing butts and, one girl, and it was like, oh my gosh, for the first time, her butt is starting to be a little more shapely. And,
right.
These things are happening sooner than we thought they would happen, and it's really exciting because it's created a change, a mental change. Like I work out hard now. I feel stronger. One of the things Joe, my trainer, had said is he was doing a Zoom workout and this series of leg exercises that really fatigues him. He goes, I was like blasting through it. He's like, whoa, I'm not as tired as I normally am. So these little things that people are noticing along the way are really exciting. So with the fat burning one-time thing, you wait your 12 weeks. If people have a little more to lose, then at that point you can do a second treatment. But I would not treat prior to that, even if somebody wanted to, because you're not done.
Right.
Then the muscle burning one or muscle stimulation one, I'm going to do a touch-up probably every 2 months. One treatment. And it's just like giving that body that extra shock, that extra like super hard workout.
Extra 5,000 sit-ups or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It was.
54,000.
54,000. 54,000.
54,000 in 45 minutes. So that for me, I feel like, because now I'm just about at that 6 week mark, I feel like I want to do that. So you can do that once a month if you wanted to. If you work out hard, maybe once every 3-4 months to give you that extra jolt. Or if you have something you're training for, like if hockey ever restarts again, I'm going to do one maybe like a week before and get that muscle like, in tune. And so this is kind of a really cool thing. And I'm making more mindful decisions, that muffin that's sitting there.
Yeah, because you want to keep it that way.
I buy nothing bad at home, but boy, I have a really bad willpower. Like if a cookie shows up in the office, I'm like, well,
it's a cookie.
I love how a cookie just shows up. Like it just like
just
stop
shows
by.
up. Yes.
Hey guys, just wondering what you're doing.
Dude, in a medical office, or like they would.
A cookie would just show up.
I mean, not like a cartoon cookie.
Hey guys,
but I mean,
I'm an oatmeal raisin.
Hey guys, just thought I would stop by. No, I meant like people would drop things off, or when you have like so many clients like, when you,
like the
you
holidays.
create that relationship with your clients, they're going to bring,
stuff. Oh, the holidays.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah, it's called sabotage.
I know.
Yep.
Well, now, I mean, it's been great because our patients will do like fruit baskets. And at first you're like, oh. But I'm very grateful,
Yes.
I have a weakness for chocolate, but yeah, it's the kind of thing where I sit there and think, well, I would like a glass of wine once in a while. So if I'm going to have that sugar, then I don't reach for something because I am working hard. And I'm not kidding.
I know, April,
I could
you look
grab
great.
You do
this.
look great.
Like,
You look great.
Oh, you can see that much, probably 6 weeks ago. And
When she says that much, she's like talking like
a couple of inches.
Like if you made a C with your hand.
And that's not me bending over.
Right.
That's me just upright, not just being normal.
Right.
And then now I have lines here. I can see my rectus abdominis, and it's so exciting. So that makes me work out even harder. And, you know, it's that boost or the jump start or the maintenance, or again, if you're already training and it's just that one area that's an issue.
Yeah.
We were talking about with Brooke, this is off label, but she's had injuries.
When we first were discussing the TruFlex. My question of like what I really wanted to try and do was my shoulders, because after my spine surgery, I had so much atrophy happen in my upper body and my shoulders that now all of a sudden it created more pain and issues with my shoulders and stability, because I have some labrum tearing in both of them, but my left one was the worst, and my left shoulder would dislocate a lot. And how I kept that from dislocating was because I was so strong. I had so much muscle size around the joint that I could keep that from being a problem or being an issue in competition, in training. And then after having so much atrophy happen, it was creating so much more, I had so much more pain and instability that even for me to be training shoulders or trying to grow that back, I can't do enough. It's like without
even today.
And if I push it, and then all of a sudden I'm in so much pain, or now I've got like that popping, and I have to like wait so long to recover that I can do it again. And so I said, I'm interested in seeing if this would help me kind of get over a hurdle to create some size that I haven't really been able to do because of pain.
Right. To make it stronger enough to where you can actually train again.
And so she checked my shoulders, because like the big question was that they would.
So each paddle for the Flex is smaller than the ID. So they're about maybe this big. So maybe 2 inches by 2. And there's 2 that need to read each other. So they're labeled 1-1, 2-2. So they're pairs and they have to work. So if you're doing on your core, it's 1-1. Now it depends on what level you're at. So your next one, your Sculpt, we're going to actually move things around a little bit. Because it's a different way of talking to the muscle.
Direction.
So you have to be able to put those 2 next to each other with a slight space in between. Most people's shoulders are not big enough. So I measured to make sure that you have enough mass that we can do this safely. And I checked with the company, because it's an off-label area. Probably they didn't study because most people don't have enough mass. Right. And so we're going to give it a try next time around.
We're going to see if that helps.
Yes, for sure. Because it will just increase that muscle mass. Because coming from the medical side, I'm a PA and I love orthopedics. I love sports medicine. And it's that fine line between injury and like catastrophic injury where you are just down for the count. Mm-hmm. And, but being able to build and push and do the things you want to do. So it's hard, athletes, I came from that background, but I've also dealt with it with patients, and I understand the mental side of it. It's like, you don't want to stop, but you also have to respect your body, and you're young, for 90 years old, it's different, but heck, I know 90-year-olds, they don't want to stop either, so it's like, you want to push to the limit, but without injury. So this will help.
I hate vegetables.
God, you do hate vegetables. Jeanna she hates vegetables,
but they're good for me.
Even that right there, like she's saying, but they're good for me. She wants you guys to assume that she eats them because she's supposed to. No, we've been just in search of a supplementation.
Yeah. And
for her micronutrients. And we're so lucky that Athletic Greens reached out and wanted us to try their product, because
otherwise I would just be lacking in so many things.
Because she likes it. She likes it enough to add it into, like, to create a routine with it. And I think that's one of the best things that we can do when it comes to supplementation or nutrition, is like, you have to create a routine. You have to add it into your schedule, because then you can be consistent, and then we create change in our health.
And I just get a little healthier.
Seriously. You guys check out Athletic Greens. It's an incredible product. It's something that you can stand behind and honestly feel really confident in the ingredients and how they put it together. One tasty scoop of Athletic Greens contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, including a multivitamin, multi-mineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more. They all work together to fill the nutritional gaps in your diet, increase energy and focus, aid with digestion, and supports a healthy immune system, all without the need to take multiple products a day.
Right now, Athletic Greens is doubling down on supporting your immune system during the winter months. They are offering our audience a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and free travel packs with your purchase. If you visit our link today, you'll basically never have to buy vitamin D again.
Yeah, so simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps and join health experts, athletes, and health-conscious go-getters around the world who make a daily commitment to their health every day. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps and get your free year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs today. We're talking jewelry again because we love it so much, even though we don't really wear it. I think we love the idea of purchasing it.
I do love the idea. I like having certain statement pieces. It's like my go-to. I buy like lots of like sort of costume jewelry, but Orate has such good everyday jewelry. Some of my favorite earrings actually are they look like little chain links, and they're just super simple.
Orate was founded on the desire to shake up the jewelry market by offering modern women beautiful designs, amazing quality at affordable prices, and ethically sourced pieces that they can wear every day and never take them off.
And I'll tell you, I haven't.
And because Orate sells direct to you without the middleman markup, they can offer the same quality as traditional Fifth Avenue brands at a fraction of the cost.
And for every piece sold, a child in need receives a book to further their education.
And I'm a sucker for
Education?
charitable companies.
Me too.
For education.
I'm all for education.
Clearly not the way I sound when I speak.
Idiot.
All right. For 15% off your first Orate purchase, go to oratenewyork.com/reps and use promo code REPS. That's AURATE newyork.com/reps.
Again, for 15% off your first Orate purchase, go to oratenewyork.com/reps and use promo code REPS.
Yeah, so let you know how it goes
It's exciting.
next time I'm in town.
Yes. Yeah, because we're going to definitely have to do all 4. So,
Yeah.
And I'd be curious to see how it actually feels because that is a small muscle group.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be...
I didn't even think about that.
I can't wait. Okay, so I
Just constantly like,
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like just stimulating my shoulders and they're just like this.
I'm gonna be there because you know what I'm gonna do?
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
You won't even have to.
I'm getting my abdominals done.
Abdominal.
My abdominals. And so the girl that's doing it, you hear it and it goes like ding, ding, ding. And then it does like a different movement. And it's almost, it's so hard to explain to somebody what this feels
really
like.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
It's almost like somebody is, have you ever seen those movies where somebody just gets like drawn into the sky, like belly first? It's
like any alien abduction movie.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Ever seen a movie?
Have you ever seen a movie where someone's just drawn into the sky by their chest? Yeah.
Like every alien movie. Yeah, like that. It's almost like your body. It uncontrollably does like this pulling, but then also pushing at the same time, like somebody stepping on you, but then also rolling out the sides and poking you at the same time. And
Here, I have a better explanation.
oh, really?
Yes.
I feel like mine was great.
Someone's pulling and pushing, but like ripping your limb off, but then like shoving it back in. It's like you're Mr.
pretty
Potato Head,
intense.
and someone just keeps taking your parts and putting them in different areas.
It's intense.
The way that I would describe it is if you've ever used a muscle stim, which I feel like anyone listening to our podcast is probably very familiar with.
Okay.
Like Power Dot.
TENS unit.
It's you feel your
On
muscles
crack.
like it's almost like they're twitching, but you do it at different levels and it might be too intense, or if you're using like a more higher frequency, it won't necessarily hurt that much. It's working at a different frequency. Anyways, it's like it's stimulating your muscle in a much more intense way, but
like on the inside.
The muscle's on the inside.
Yeah, but you don't really feel it on the outside.
Well, no.
The way I did.
Yeah. Are you talking about the fat one or the muscle one?
The muscle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it hurts, for me, when it hurt the most was it almost felt like a Charlie horse.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the sculpt part, probably.
yes. So
Yeah.
it's almost like a Charlie horse because your muscles like cramped. So you have that. And my first session when that happened, it was so new. So it almost certain things hurt a little bit more because you didn't know what to expect.
Right.
And then I was telling April, I was like, it almost felt like I was having a Charlie horse, and Charlie horses are super uncomfortable, really painful, and you don't know when it's going to end, right? Like like your calf or your foot, you're massaging it, trying to get it to relax. And with this, it does relax. And so it's almost like I had to think about it differently. Like when I was feeling it, okay,
it's going to go away.
You had to get like super zen and be like,
yes,
yeah, this is really, it's how I told April, I'm like, this is when I was competing. This is so uncomfortable and really painful because it's fatiguing and my muscles are burning, and you almost have to have an out of body experience, the way you think about what it feels like to get through it, because you have to hit your numbers.
Right.
You know, and you're sitting there and it's like cramping and it hurts and it's just, you're doing Lamaze breathing.
Uh-huh. No, I just did the long one. I was like, I tried to do the Lamaze one. And I was like, that's not working.
No, I was a long breather.
It's a different.
Yeah. I was like, nope. Didn't work. I'm like,
yeah, it was almost like you have to think, you know, yep, this is uncomfortable.
You go into a
and
zone.
you have to you accept it. You accept the pain.
no, but the last one,
oh, yours?
mine, I just had this feeling like, it was getting more intense, and you can hear her like turn it up. You always hear this like little click.
Ding, ding.
Yeah. And it's like, and then it goes again and you're like, no. And then it was like, I don't know, like a minute left or something. And I have my eyes closed and, you know, my legs are shooting out and I'm just, you know, convulsing. And I just had this feeling. I look over and Brooke is sitting across from the girl
From Princess.
and from Princess.
Her name is
Princess.
For real.
And she's looking at her like, yes, turn it up. She had like the most evil, and I was like, I knew it. No,
They had a plan
like her.
going.
Yeah, she was like, yeah.
Because I leaned over to look at how much time was left, and I'm looking at the thing, and I see that it had been on a minute
Yeah, and you were
for a
nodding
while.
at her like, yeah, do it.
And so I look at Princess, and I just go, if you can't see me, I just like my eyes get kind of wide,
Kind of evil.
a little evil, and then I just smiled. And Princess looks at me, and she smiles. She's got her mask on, and she just nods
Oh my God, you guys are
because she already was gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That is true.
Yeah, and then Brooke looks at me. She goes, "You do it to me," and I said, "Absolutely,
You would.
100%."
Gina would be like,
Crank
turn
it
it up.
Crank it
Brooke,
up.
don't be a pussy. I'd be like, okay, do it. Dude, there was a couple times. I think it was maybe it was the first time with you, April, where like towards the end, I looked at her and I was like, I really don't think I can go any higher.
I know, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
I think that's it for today.
I'm good.
You know, the thing is, like you said, your muscles adapt. So it's kind of weird because then you're like, oh, okay, how am I going to go up next time?
And you do.
And miraculously you do. And it's, again, the point is not to like get to 85. It's to get to wherever. But, you know, you're feeling it, you know, and you don't want to be dead, but it's fatiguing. It's it's 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what got me.
Yeah.
Because
That's how long it is.
Yes, at
Yeah.
a certain point, at like the high percentages, you're just like, and I felt that in workouts. It's like, everyone's different, but like when it's really uncomfortable and this fatigue, and I think everyone probably feels fatigue differently, but how long can you sit there?
Right.
Like how long
When
can
is
you
it
keep
over?
doing it? And at a certain point, you're just like, how much time's left?
Yes.
I ask every time at like 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I always go, how much time's left?
I would just let-
We're
I
at
always-
30. I'm like, 15 minutes.
Dude, I always just
God
let it
damn it.
go. One of the times, Princess was just turning it up, and I was like, dude, how much? This is the only time I asked. I was like, how much time left? She goes, 3 minutes. And I was
Oh.
like, okay.
Okay, I can do that.
You can do
it.
anything for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Longest 3 minutes of your life.
Right. Yeah. It's,
But it works.
yeah.
Hey.
No, it's,
No pain, no gain.
It's true,
Bruh.
you know, and it's everybody experiences it so different. So I had my fiance do it last night for the first time.
No.
Yeah, she was
He
telling me
was,
that.
oh my God, with the ID, he was ridiculous. He's like, oh, I need the Pronox. We have nitrous oxide for our other stuff. I'm like, no, you don't. And actually, I realized, I'm like, I actually need, like, for you, you had that one area that was more sensitive. So I need you to be very present and tell me, like, because I can turn that down.
Yeah.
So that was fine. You were totally in the therapeutic zone. If you have more fat, less fat, you know, it's that thing reads it and you feel it.
Yeah.
So
Because that one's like a burning sensation. That's
Yeah, it's
different.
like
the
you're
ID is
touching- Yes,
it's
the
like
hot.
I almost felt like it was like it's
Curling
almost like
iron
a
burn?
gradual. It starts to come up, and then it's almost like you're being like burnt with a curling iron for a second.
Yeah, but it
like
keeps cycling. So
Yeah.
it's like it leaves you. So it's
Yeah,
like
so
you're grabbing a cup
somebody
of coffee.
just is like Brooke has
I
a
gotta put it
curling iron.
down.
She's like this. She's like tss, tss, tss.
I'll try it later.
It's like
Burn you from the outside.
Well, I'm
perfect.
sure Dave would agree with you about that. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? No other woman like complains like this. And he's squeezing the ball and whatever. And it's 15 minutes. So then we go into the flex. He absolutely, he got up to 60%
Oh wow.
on his first one. And I'm
Wow.
like, because we're doing his core. He's got
Yeah.
the beer belly from
Yeah.
COVID. And he was like, I love it. And I knew he would love it because he's crazy.
Yeah.
He will push himself really hard. He'll surf literally 8 hours.
Oh wow.
Not eat, not drink water, nothing. Like he's crazy. So he's like, this is amazing. And then a couple, he's like, okay. And he's like, I feel like I should be working out my upper body. And so he's holding those squeezy balls that we give you that weigh an ounce. And he's doing this. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he really enjoyed it almost. He loved the feeling. And then some of the rotations he didn't like so much. But again, everybody has it.
For me,
That's
it
a
was the
different
one where
experience.
it's like if you had all your fingers out and it just
Yes.
goes like bam, 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 bam,
That's the
bam.
sculpt part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
You're being
part.
pinched and then
I was
with needles.
laughing.
Yes.
I am so ticklish in my
Me
midsection. I was laughing so hard for so long that it was like I was like crying and I was almost embarrassed because I couldn't stop laughing for it felt like forever.
She was laughing a long time.
Literally, Brooke is like just like looking at her phone and Princess is doing anything, and I'm just like over there dying.
I was the same
I
way,
could
and
not-
I didn't know
it was
what
tickling
to
me.
expect.
Yeah.
I flailed my legs up. So I
Yeah.
think Alex was doing mine. She had to catch me because I just didn't know. So we have a different technique now because now we turn it down when we're entering the sculpt phase.
Right.
So you can kind of get used to it. But it is ticklish, and I'm
bizarre.
super ticklish here as well. But imagine like the intensity. You're at like 50%.
Yeah.
And now it goes
Right into
that.
sculpt.
And
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
oh, and I'm same thing, like tears coming down,
Yeah.
and she's like, oh, the table like rocked up because we didn't have the massage table. We were on
Right.
like our other table. It was not good, and so it was kind of funny because I said, okay, and Dr. Burley was like, maybe we should turn it, Mr. ER brain,
Right.
turn it down like 5% when they're getting used to it, and so that's much more manageable. But still, the tickle is a tickle.
Dude, that
so.
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's everyone has a different experience, but it is intense, but everyone has gotten through it. Whether or not people work out or they're like super athletes, you get through it. And each time everybody's been able to inch up and inch up. And the point is not to get to 100%, it's just to go higher.
I'm just trying to get to 50.
Yeah, you'll be
may
there by
already
the
ha-
end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
You'll
right.
be
Well,
there
you
for
are
sure.
50.
I mean,
You're
makes
still
sense.
kicking.
Makes sense. I'm still kicking.
You're still kicking.
I know Colby was telling a story the other day. He was like, yeah, I was talking to this like, yeah, they're like really old. Really
old are
old.
you?
He's like 55. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Like he made him sound like they were like 80 years old. He was like really old, really old.
You gotta watch what you say,
really
man.
susceptible to getting sick.
How old are they? Like
55.
55? Gina's like, oh, 55.
Okay. Oh, I'm 51 this year, so it's 4 years away. So I guess I have to like stay at home after susceptible to all illnesses.
No,
Kills
the whole
me.
point is you work out and you stay healthy. And this is kind of why we actually decided to jump into this even during an uncertain time, is that health to me is number
It was
one.
a yawn.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was like, I thought you were licking something off your shoulder.
I was yawning.
Sorry, I was listening.
But it's health is of the utmost importance right now. We all want to look great. We all want to feel great. But during this time, the people that are getting super ill, dying, are usually unhealthy. And this is a time to regain, some control over your life and one way or another. And so if we can help this way, I'm excited about that, because our other things are like, do some meditation, do some yoga, eat well. Like, don't just do this. And again, you cannot go and we didn't do this for you guys, but they say weigh people at the beginning. This is not a weight loss program. You will not lose weight. We're not guaranteeing that. You will lose inches. But the reason is if they come back 12 weeks later and, I didn't see anything, and they have gained 6-7 pounds, you're not going to see change.
Right.
You have put on 7 pounds of fat on top of that, and it's a significant amount. So if you just stay in your weight range, you do not have to lose a pound, you will see change. Yeah. And your body, especially for women, just to throw in a little health piece, when you have the FUPA or the fat here, and that for me is, again, it doesn't just bother me how I look. I am approaching 50. And when you have that fat there, that is a high risk for heart disease. Mm-hmm. And women's heart disease risk at that point goes through the roof. You are now equal to a man. You will have heart attacks, strokes. When you have abdominal fat, you can have all the fat everywhere else, doesn't matter. But if it's here, this is a problem. So,
if it can jumpstart people into
100%.
wanting to,
I like you already did, and even when we talked about it, when you first were telling us about it, this is not a weight loss program. This is for people that either because it's also not counting anyone out who has a lot to lose or a lot to change.
No.
But like you have to change, you have to change your habits. You have to change your lifestyle. You have to want and be willing to do all of that to be able to live a healthier life, long term. And if you're just looking for something to just spend your money on and you're still not willing to change any of your habits or your eating habits or your training or anything, then nothing's going to change for you.
Right. This is
it's not
and it's pointless. It's pointless for you to do that. But if you're looking for something that can help, either you're someone who's been training for a long time and you really enjoy and really love it, but you're going through a rut and you've created little things that have really bummed you out.
Or you just have problem areas.
You have problem areas.
Something you could never get rid of.
Yeah.
And you got the money, do it.
This is for you.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
So if people were wanting to schedule an appointment, they would
I'm
contact.
a lot better at this.
Yeah.
Because the first time we did this, I was like, call us.
Call us. Bye.
And I'm like, oh my
Call
God,
me.
we actually have stuff. So Pacific Coast Aesthetics, we picked the longest name ever, and it's Aesthetics, AESTHETICS. I can't believe I got that right.
Good job.
But if you go to that, we have Instagram, we've got Facebook, and we have actually a really thorough website. We're actually launching the TruSculpt on our website. It's not up there yet, but we have all of our other stuff. And if you want to see what we're about, we kind of have a different approach to things. Check that out. But Instagram's got some info, Facebook as well. And then you can also call us, and we love to chat. I do complimentary consults. We come in the office, if you don't mind me looking and touching and just checking things out. We do everything very COVID safe. Would love to just sit there and just go through what your goals are. And if it's not right for you, believe me, I will tell you, because we want happy people and we want things to be the best for you. So that's,
it's the best office.
And right now,
really
we actually, since we just launched it, we're doing 20% off your treatments to the end of the month.
Boom, people.
Boom.
Come in for a consult. Again, it's complimentary, and just see, again, there's nothing you have to sign up for. We're not pushy at all. We want happy people.
Yeah. Well, Ruby's walking in for some water. So, all right, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
April,
listening.
thanks for doing another podcast
Guys,
with us.
I love you guys.
April.
Thank
We
you
love
so
you.
much. Bye, guys.
Remember to
Rate, review, subscribe.
5-star rating.
5-star warning.
And we will talk to you guys next week.
Hey, bye-bye.
Adios.